hello in a minute. She's visiting, and she also been supporting some children in Majimazuri. So, but she saw those children when they were very small, so she was very shocked to come and see big men and women. So she was really shocked to see what became out of these kids. The man sitting next is our oldest man in this whole community. He's 106 years old. Wow. He is so fond of you because we meet here once a month with all the old people in this community. And this is the one man who is so blessed because most of the people cannot even make it on their own feet. But he come walking. He come walking, he's here. When he heard he was here, you are here, he said, I had to come and say hello to those kids. So he's here, and we feel very blessed to have such a man with such a spirit. And sometimes I do ask him, what is your secret of life? And he tells me, loving other people, not being greedy, taking more than what you need, and reaching out to other people, and have a peace of heart. The next lady is a visitor visiting with the lady who is sitting next to her. But but I'm going to ask the lady who is at the edge to stand. I met I met this lady about 30 years ago. And the reason I met her is she came crying to me, asking me to help her with some children she was living with that were physically and mentally challenged. She has taken them in her own house. And this lady, she was a mama boga who had nothing to give except the love. And she's the one who took me step by step to understand the life of people in Madare Valley, the challenges they face, and she's such a devoted person. So every one of those kids call her Shusho, because it was through them that they have come to Majimazuri. So we really respect her, we appreciate who she is, and we really honor her because of all what she has done, and she's ever committed. Whether it is rainy or dry or whether she's sick, she really her love for the children, and you never find her home without other kids that she's taking care of. So she has taught me, she has been my great teacher, and I really do appreciate the person she is. Everybody know Kemani. Kemani is from Majimazuri Center, and then Alan devoted himself to be bringing these old people from their home, because most of them, as you have seen, my mother is bedridden. A lot of these people who come to this meeting, they cannot even walk from their house to here. So I can go to their homes and pick them and bring them once a month when we have that meeting. And I feel very blessed to see this kind of people in the community. It's something I had a vision one time to see them, notice that they are lonely people and isolated because of their physical and mental condition. So I asked my father to allow me to be using this facility to bring them here once a month. So he blessed this opportunity 2 years before he left this world. And so it has been 7 years that we have been meeting, and we feel very blessed. And my entire family is very supportive to this idea of allowing the youth to come here together. So I feel so honored to people like Birap, Griffin, to see what he's bringing on board. The people who has really have that kind of heart. I'm over 60 years, and I used to wonder what will happen to Majimazuri when I'm gone. So I feel so happy to see what is becoming out of Majimazuri, to see other people who are mentoring their lives, people they can look upon and say, I have a big brother, I have a big sister, I can consult these people, I trust them, and they can hold my hand and show me the way. So that is my joy, to know that today I can take Rispa here, I tell her, go to your big sister here, she's going to make sure that she'll walk you in the right direction. I can take somebody like Kamau here and say, go to Birap, because I know whatever he's going to tell you, he's not going to misguide you. And so I always feel that it is in giving that we receive. But many of you who have been resourced to other children, you have also been receiving, because you couldn't stand here unless you think about what am I going to say to them. So you probably even spend some time studying a topic. So you are running, and eventually you also, because you want to give. And so it is by giving that we receive. So I really do appreciate you so much that no words can even tell my feelings toward what you have done. Because when I look at it, this is not a very easy place to go, to walk by, back and forth. It is even the rainy season. You are not even bothered with that. For you, it is so much love that you have for these kids, that what come may rain or sunshine, you get here to be with these kids. So that's really what touched me, because I know this is an isolated place. We thank God because, well, if we want to have a seminar for these kids outside here, it's very costly. Nowhere today you can get an accommodation for less than 3,000 shillings, isn't it? So we feel blessed because here we have been able to make use of the facility and find a place to sleep where we don't pay even a penny. The only thing we do is bring what we eat. And I was worried when I was thinking about our coming, because it was so dry, there were no vegetables, there were no water. But God heard my prayers. And just 3 days before we came here, it started pouring. And I was saying, thank God he heard my prayer, because where would he have got water and there's no water? So we thank God because he's guiding us every way. And today we have a celebration of Abuzi. And it's already. We're just going to, in fact, we're just going to bring the table now here, put it here and carry it. Before you leave, you have to eat kabuzi. So let me ask Mama Kode, sema kitu kidogo tu, dakika moja tu, sababu wako hawana kati wanatupigia. Salimia watoto wako.
Habari yenu?
Nzuri sana.
Ya kwanza nimesikia vizuri sana. 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 Kuliko sana. Kwa sababu siku anakuta wageni hapa, ati wanakuja kuongea na hawa wengine. Mimi kusema kwangu nikisema Mungu awabariki sana. Kwa maana Mungu arudagi na nyuma. Asante sana. Sina mengi.
Well, I want my sister here to say a quick word for 2 minutes. Say hello to the kids and habari zenu. Mine ni Wajiro. Wanjiko's sister. She's the one who comes after me. So if she's 60, you can imagine what I am. So if she's in her 60s, then it's about a little bit above. But anyway, God is good that she initiated this thing from the get-go. Wajiko went to school in the United States. She never worked, even a day. She came back in 1979. I think it was in September 1979. She never wanted to work in the US. She said her education was not meant for Americans. It was meant for Kenyans. And that was exactly what she did. She started Maji Mazuri at a very tender age, when she didn't even know where to go and what to do. First of all, she was also teaching in the University of Nairobi. She taught in Desta University. She did counseling, but she found herself still, she has not accomplished, she has not reached where she wanted to be. And that's why she started this program, which was very helpful. We supported her, and we still support her. We are part of this, whatever she's doing, we are part of it, and we feel great about it. We have Madare Youth Group, which she also very much involved in it. She's actually started it. It is good, and we really appreciate that, what she has done. So me as a sister, all I can say, thank you to have Wajiko as my sister. I might be older than her, but my visions are maybe limited, because me, I count myself like, I think I'm an employee. You know? I'm not the kind of a person who would say, I will initiate, but I'll be a very good follower. And I support her for everything she does. Whenever I come to financial support, we support these kids. Because you know what? God has blessed us a lot. We have our own children. Our children are grown. We don't have small kids. Our kids, like I said, they are all grown. When I'm here and I hear all these kids praying around at night, I was telling her, but you could see how good it feels to even hear. You just feel like the whole home is filled up. And I think my father and my mom were missing this a lot when these kids are not around. So to me, when we see these kids around here, we feel so blessed. We feel so blessed, and we know they are here because we are their mothers, we are their grandmothers, and we love them so much. When we see them, we feel more fulfilled.
we feel like when you are supporting them, you feel like you are supporting the whole community. Because these kids, when they grow up, when they get whatever they'll go in, wherever the life will lead them, they will know that somebody held their hand and took them through. So to me, my prayer is, don't please abandon them. You adults, you people who are already in colleges, university, who are finished, look at this as your brothers and your sisters whom you would like to push to that level. So that way in the future, you say, I did something for one child, I did one thing for 2 kids, and this is what I'm proud of. So may God bless you, and let's all work together for the goodness of these kids, and God will bless us. Amen.
I also want to take time to, I wanted to take time to introduce the people who have hosted us here. Pao, Ibujo, hata bibi yako kuja. Hata bibi leo kuja. Wale watu wanatukaribisha sana hapa na wanafanya tujisikie tuko nyumbani. Ni watu hawa mnaona hapa. Tuko na Florence, tuko na Aris, tuko na Paul, na juzi bibi ya Paul ametembea na watoto wake wako hapa. Kama wangetuonyesha roho baya, hatungejisikia nyumbani, si ndio? Lakini wamefungua milango, wametukaribisha vizuri, tunajisikia tuko nyumbani, hakuna mtu anasikia ati kuna mtu anamwangalia vibaya, si ndio? Kwa hivyo tumeshukuru sana kwa vile mmetuchukua na mmetukaribisha. Mungu awabariki. Asante.